Hello, welcome to Wildcraft. So we're just, I have to give a big shout out to Manic Organic for the healthy donation for the Storm Fund. We've used some of the money to create some content for the video and getting some extra bits and bobs. We've had the offer of someone lending us a chainsaw and helping out, a tree surgeon as well, and a neighbour, so that was really handy. So we'll chase that up and sort out a day. So Claire, I haven't messaged you, but I do have lots and lots of, there's over a metric ton of vinegar that I were gonna, it was like 650 quid for this big 50 litre fruit press. So I met up with a blacksmith that is having health issues at the moment, and he agreed to get that made for me, but things have progressed, and but we've found an alternative solution, and these spruce needles are available all year round, and we're just in the area across the way from the gallery area. I'll take you through to there, but we're just we've done one pass already of the thinnings, so we're just taking the dead wood again, and then these that you can see here are just to open up the canopy evenly. But yeah, this is a resource along with the biochar that is available all year round, and I wanted the press to make spruce juice, and if you do still have the ooze juice bottles, I've got more than enough to fill up a lot of them. So I've thought up of an alternative solution to get the spruce juice, and we've got a big blue barrel, and we're doing the post knocker, and we're going to have to do refining some clay that's over in another section of the wood, because it holds water, so we'll dig a pond there, and get some of the clay to do a roco kiln. Anyway, you dig a hole in the ground and fire some little pottery bits and bobs. But with doing the post knocker and the refining clay, you put water in it and let it settle, and it divides into layers. So you just take the clay layer. I was like, oh, we could do just a massive pestle and mortar with a big log, squishing up the needles, compacting them, and that'll release the essential oils and healing properties into the vinegar. So we're going to use, because we've got the extra hand and offer of free local resources, that we're going to use that. We're going to use it to buy some oil. So along with the spruce vinegar, that you can use for all sorts of different stuff. I've been cleaning my teeth with it, putting it, just using a mouthful of the spruce, that spruce tip vinegar, but it's just the same, and then holding it in your mouth and then gargling and then cleaning your teeth, and they're just really shiny. So a good product to add a bit of charcoal in there from the biochar. So with the oil, cleaning products or just health products with the vinegar, but with the oil you can just the oil alone, and then these barrels you can seal them off and they're watertight, and just rolling them home down the hill will agitate and release that, and we'll just leave it a moon cycle, like a tincture. But the oil, we can just strain the oil out of it, and it's good to use as is, like that. But also, if we had a bit of fat to it, that is the fat. If we had a bit of lye to it, we can make soaps. So that's two bulk products that makes the wood productive, and it's non-timber forest products. It's not using the wood for lumber. We're focusing on non-forest timber products, non-timber forest products, NTFPs. So we'll be sending some of that your way. Sorry, not about not leaving it so long to get back to you, but I've done it now. So yeah, we're on the second pass, and I didn't do much down at there, so we've got to clear up this and bulk up the dead edges on this side. So it's just repeating what we were doing over there with the deadwood thinning. And then I mean, that needs one more pass in there, but we'll get a third pass once there's a clear walkway, and we're just making pals. So I'll cut back when we've got lots of pals. Hey, we're running out of light now, so I just thought I'd get this video. We haven't fully cleaned up that area, but halfway in between, like a little sort of a production line with Steve. So the pole type material, we just piled it up here, and then this is, so I've brought some maybe I'll use that for the thumbnail. I brought some waterproof prints to put up in here, just informational, and you know, these can be used as workbenches, and we'll add to this area as a sort of a woodland craft workspace, and maybe an outdoor kitchen would be next, because sometimes, well, we haven't got enough lights, but we still stay here about 6 hours each time, and then in the summer like even longer. So we need some food facilities, so open air woodsy wild kitchen canteen. That'd be a good one to do next anyway. So this is the process, what we've been doing. These are construction thickness deadwood thinnings from this section, and then Steve has been passing us these over. There's no point in walking them up the hill to guide them through there. Wasted energy. I were going to take these stumps, but because I've just had the chainsaw going continuous, it's loosened up the chain, so chain come off. So, but I will take these. I were leaving them in just in case we find use, like a little banister rail to protect seeds if we put them in there, because this is south facing, so you can do this thing called alley cropping. So you put a fruiting row of trees there, and you can have a secondary crop with a lesser harvest time than the tree takes the fruit, so you get two harvests side by side, and create edges and ecotones, which is good for the biodiversity as well. But just think this would be better all opened up, so I'm going to take all these stumps. Wynn did have a good idea. She does basket weaving. She said, oh, you could do some weaving along the poles, but just going to take her anyway. So into the other bit, and then, I mean, we haven't cleared it all up, but we've made a bit of a brush pile there. Got the thick pole stuff up, and then today there's been an added layer to this pass, and Laura's been going around and she's been raking up in sort of a checkered pattern. Can't really see, but you can see the bump of the contrast there, and all of these little, she's been going around with a rake and just getting piles of this. So it's a spruce needle mulch. We can use that for. We could also use it dried out in the pit kiln, the Roku pit kiln, where you fire clay. So down here, so yeah, so this is the area that we're just tidying up, and it's the same drill as what we did before. I get the brushy bits, building up the fences, and it needs a bit of filling in there, and then Steve gets the big ones and then pushes them there, and it goes feeds back into the gallery area, which is hidden, camouflaged. That's there. So I'll leave it at that and try and get this finished off. And then I suppose the next video is going to be showing working on a different area, air hub with the seed beds, I think. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.